All right, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a second to get up in here so we can get into this Married at First Sight season 15, episode 9 review. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a second. Let me put my banner up here. Okay, banner is in. Let's get into it. Okay, so y'all, let's get into Married at First Sight season 15, episode 9. Um, these couples be wearing on me. Okay, one thing I did notice is that Lindy is actually really crazy. Lindy is actually really crazy. Alexis don't like Justin. Okay, she just don't. There's nothing that you can say to convince me that she actually likes him because she don't. And Justin thinking that he is no longer a yes man is beyond me because baby, you definitely a yes man. Okay, you're still doing that. Okay, and this and I need for these couples to get it together, and I mean get it together quick. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Hey, y'all. Let's get into this daggone Married at First Sight. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Is everything going good? Because I see my bars and they kind of like leveling out. But I was recording this review and I realized that I needed to actually come live and have this conversation with y'all. I am going to do this review style, so I won't be in the comments too much, but I will be in the comments. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, okay? But I don't want to have it, mad long. Like I don't want like a 2-hour review. So we just gonna get up into it, okay? So we are literally within 20 days of being married. We get some snippets of the couples, and Morgan and Ben are working out because they got a date later. Okay. Miguel's in the kitchen making some daggone omelets, and I'm here for Miguel and all the cooking of it. Okay, Mitch and Kristen are walking the dog. You know, the dog that Mitch feels is useless. Okay, and their scenes really gross me out, y'all. Like I really do not like they dag on scenes at all. Like they're dirty, just nasty. Like the feet be dirty. The dog is. It's just ugh. Ugh. And it's not really Kristen. It's like she's getting the blows because of Mitch. Okay, she's getting the blows because of Mitch. Okay, Stasia brought Nate a shirt. Okay, that we're gonna get into when we get to Shirtgate 2022. Okay, and Alexis is giving Justin a skincare routine. Okay, taking care of the skin. Now, me, I think Justin gonna need something a little bit more than a mask. Okay, a skincare mask, but that's not for me to judge. That's just not for me to judge. Okay, I'm just gonna let it be what it is. Okay, so Ben and Morgan go on a date because they supposed to be having a clean slate. They want to start fresh. They want to, really start dating each other and getting to know each other. But I don't like this date for some strange reason. Okay, he picks out the pink fin. Lord, they are being mermaids. Hold. All right, well, my daughter just got back from dance class. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So anyway, um, she says she wants someone who's going to say yes to everything, and I don't like he's like Aquaman ain't got nothing on me, and he got the pink fin, and Morgan gives a lot of masculine energy, so it's really making Ben look real soft. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I will say this: Ben was working that fin. Okay, he was in that water working that fin, and y'all, I wish I could swim, but the phobia of going underneath water is just not for me. So I guess I'll be one of them people who be doggy paddling like this. Okay, but I do love being in water. So I wish that, I could swim. But I don't like this date. I don't feel like they really, really got to know each other in any type of way. But I think it really just comes down to them actually being able to enjoy each other. And he's just going with whatever she decides to do. Okay. Now, Kristen and Mitch, now y'all, they are in the kitchen and Mitch is cooking something nasty. I don't want nothing Mitch is cooking ever, okay? And the dog is humping the bed, nasty. When I say the scenes between them two are just disgusting, they really are. I just cannot get with it, okay? He's sitting there telling her that he had a promotion. I said, a promotion from what? I still don't even know what type of job this man really has. Okay, cleaning up the beach, is that the job? What is it? Anyway, he's supposed to be training somebody, and because he's training them, the person he's training is overwhelmed. So that's a lot. But that's enough about Mitch. Okay, he wants to know what's going on with you, Kristen. What do you really want out of life, Kristen? So Kristen was like, I want to focus on us, okay, and I want to have some kids eventually. But what I do know is that I really don't want to work for a corporation for a long time. So I want to put my real estate license to use. And by doing that, I want to buy some homes and I want to flip them, to give people nice houses to live in. Okay. The whole time she's telling him what she wants, he's out there salt baying it up, throwing the salt and having a good old time. He's not paying her no attention. He's not entertaining the idea of what she wants, because in his mind, he feels as though it's, they're gonna kick out the black and brown people when people buy these houses and they oversell them and they're kicking out the black and brown people. Got it, good. But you didn't even let her go into details about what it is that she was trying to do with the houses, because all she wanted to do was buy a house and give people and let for people to be able to move into. That's all she wants. But he don't want the details of it all. He just feels as though buying houses automatically just makes people, go ahead they do it for monetary purposes, which is why you would buy houses and flip them, unless you're just buying houses and giving them away. She did say that she didn't want to work anymore for corporations, so she's trying to make her own money. My thing is, y'all want the houses in the neighborhoods to be abandoned? Y'all want the houses in the neighborhoods to be, ran down? Like, somebody got to buy these houses and put them up for rent so people can have places to live. If not, we're going to have a whole bunch of abandoned houses sitting on the streets because we feel like, oh, buying houses is bad for the neighborhood. Like, I just don't understand. And I'm going to get more into it when we get into their conversation about love and whatnot, because I really got some thoughts about it, okay? While they're having a conversation, they get these baskets from the experts. The experts had sent them some champagne. They gave them some cards, and they was like, look, we want y'all to go deeper. We want y'all to talk about love, okay? So we get to Stasia and Nate first, okay? So Stasia is like, she's asking him, have you ever been in love? And, do you like me? Do you love me? Are you in love with me? Like, what's the deal? So he was like, you know what? I mean, like, I'm leaning towards a 4 or 5 or whatever. She was like, 4 or 5. He's like, yeah, like 40 out of 100. She like, yeah, but that don't sound good. And I agree. Let me tell you why. It does not sound good to hear the person that you like or love or in love with tell you that you are 4 out of 5 out of what they need in their relationship and their marriage to you. Like, baby, it's giving lowball for real, okay? But he says that he lowballs it because he doesn't really fully know her completely. And like, there's only up to go. Like, he can keep adding numbers to the scale as time go on. He wants to really get to know Stasia, and I appreciate that, okay? And I think he's being honest about the fact that he likes her, but there's a lot more to her that he doesn't know, okay? So she's like, well, she's like an 8. And I was like, oh, child, when he went down there on that kitty cat, y'all remember he said he was out here giving out special attention and whatnot? She must have really liked it. Not enough to let him put the tip in, but just enough to give him an 8. So he was like, dang, I kind of feel bad. I done gave you a 4 out of 5 and whatnot. So she was like, don't come over here with that. Don't come over here with that. So she asked him, like, listen, have you ever been in love? And he says that he really hasn't been in love in a long time. The last time he was in love, was a high school or whatever the case may be. He was with a girl for like 2 years, but he never was in love with her. And for Stasia, that gave her red flags, because like, how you be with someone for 2 years and you don't love them? Okay, what was y'all doing in this relationship? How was you not in love with someone that you was with for 2 years? So now she's already projecting that into her own mind and into her own marriage. Okay, now I see like the scales that they're measuring are totally different. Stasia puts it where they're at now as to like we're at an 8 and 9, and I think that that's a disadvantage, because eventually she's not going to have but too high to go. She's going to either start taking away points and going down, as opposed to where Nate can now start adding numbers to it. So like, okay, now I can give you a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8, even though I don't want to hit a 4. I don't want to hear 5. I just feel like they measuring it different, which is perfectly fine if they can communicate that clearer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, okay? So Mitch and Kristen sit down and they start talking, okay? So Kristen talks to, hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. So Kristen talks to Mitch about love and marriage and things like that. He says he's never really been in love. He's not really sure what love is. Okay. She says that her last engagement, her last relationship ended in a catastrophe. He talks about the divorce between his parents and how none of that was good. Okay. So they don't really have a good idea of what marriage is, but they feel like this marriage that they're creating together is perfect. Okay. She says that this is how she envisioned her marriage. And I'm sitting here like, girl, you are crazy and you're delusional, because there is no way you envision your marriage by marrying a stranger. Okay, not only marrying a stranger, him telling you that he's not attracted to you. Okay, and then in the same day sit there and try to pounce on you. Okay, and then after he pounces on you, then you turn around and give him some in the next 2 days or whatnot. Okay, and now you are happily in love and happy married and this, that, and the other. Y'all not even thinking about the future. And then on top of that, you're changing everything about yourself. You're changing everything about yourself. You're conforming to what he wants you to be and not staying true to yourself. Okay. So maybe you need to take some of his own advice when it comes to compromising and how you lose yourself and compromise. Because, baby, you're definitely losing yourself and you're becoming delusional. Okay. He says that he does want kids. He wants to be in love, and I'm just like, I don't see it for you like that, Mitch. I don't see you wanting to be in love and having kids and stuff like that, because you won't even wear a shirt, for God's sakes. But you want to have some kids and procreate? Like, boy, go ahead and sit down. Sit down. Take a seat. Go and deprive those kids of stuff because of you and your lifestyle. See, this is the thing. He starts talking about how, like, he feels like it's a contradiction for him to have nice things like nice houses and nice cars, and then be an activist, being like, an activist for the people. But my thing about Mitch is that you can't relate. See, what happens when people can't relate to what the struggle is, they make up stuff in their brain. So here's my thing. Black and brown people who are struggling don't want to struggle. Okay? We want nice things. We want nice houses. We want nice cars. Okay? We have disadvantages that you will never be able to understand. Okay, our ancestors weren't allowed to go to school. Our ancestors weren't allowed to learn. Our ancestors wasn't given proper pay for the work that they've done. These are different battles that we are fighting that you have no idea what it is. Okay, and by you talking about you want to live in a hut, okay, and you want to drive a putt-putt or a bike, it's your relation to us doesn't make sense to me. Okay, because what you need to do as a person who wants to help people is to go ahead and help us get resources. Okay, help us with monetary donations, help us come up out of this so that we all can have nice lives. Okay, not you make your life as minimal as possible so that you can relate to the Black and brown people. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because it's like you picking where you want to struggle. And a part of it about it is that you don't have to you want to be part of us. So being part of us mean that you got to be minimal, meaning that you can't have nice things, meaning that you can't have a nice house. Like, no, absolutely no. Immediately, no. You don't get to say that this is how I want to help y'all. This is not how you get to say, this is how you want to help us. Help us with education. Help us get loans. Help us get, schooling. Help us. And it has nothing to do with you wanting to live in a hut and clean up the beach. So miss me with this BS of you wanting to be a minimalist and environmentalist, and you don't even care about animals. Bruh, bruh, please make it make sense, because it ain't making sense. Nothing about this is making sense to me. The people who are struggling don't want to struggle. The people who need things are not sitting here like, ooh, if I ever get the chance to get a nice house, I ain't gonna take it. If I ever get the chance to get a nice car, I ain't gonna take it. No, that's why we're working hard for the things that we need to come up out of this. And instead of people like you giving us, helping us with the resources, you want to come down and live with us. What kind of sense does that make? That's what I mean by these. You don't relate. You can't relate, sir. You can't relate. Period. So miss me with that. Right, working 2 and 3 jobs so that we could pay bills and have, nice things. And you want to come and be like, I don't want to have nice things because I want to, I can't be contradicting. How about you go ahead and invest in a community? How about you go ahead and, help put some kids through college? And how about you go ahead and do something that's really going to be beneficial to the people besides you cleaning up the beach? Child, Mitch, go ahead. Mitch, go ahead and be done with you. Be done with him. I'm with Kristen. I work hard for the things that I have. I want to be able to enjoy it. We all do. Don't none of us work hard so that we can stay where we at? Please go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. So now Justin and Alexis get into their love conversation, okay? So Alexis is like, now one thing about this conversation between Alexis and Justice that really bothered me is that I feel like we still don't get into depth when it comes to Alexis. Everything is really, really, really about Justin. Okay, so she asked Justin, has he ever been in love? Hey D, what's going on? So D was like, I said D. So Justin was like, he thought he was in love, but he realized he really wasn't because he had been he was a yes man and he would do anything to make her happy and all this other stuff. And I'm like, and you still are a yes man. You still willing to do any and everything. You still want that same wave that you was on then, okay? You still want it. He said that he really feels like he does that because of how his dad how he wanted to get. I guess it's because like let me go back into my notes, y'all. I was trying to go off of memory, but I want to make sure I get it right. Or maybe that wasn't him. Okay, let me just go into my notes. Okay, so then basically he said that it was a girl that he lost his virginity to. Okay, so he lost his virginity at 20, and she was like, you lost your virginity at 20? He was like, yeah, I was a late bloomer. I said, now Alexis gonna be at the dinner like, he lost his virginity at 20. He lost his virginity at 20. He didn't start having sex till he was 20. He thought he was gonna wait for marriage to have sex, because y'all know she loved to go run her mouth to everybody, because that's what she do. Okay, she says that he said that the girl that he was dating dogged him because he was a yes man and he would do anything to please her. She asked him, did he receive love from his family or was it more one-sided? He said that he definitely struggled with the love from his father, and so that's probably why he felt like he needed to do things for people to make them like him. Okay, even though Justin has a face that most only mothers could love, in my opinion, I can understand why he feels the need to do so much. Okay, she asked him, does he think that falling out of love is a thing? Okay, he says that well, she asked him, does she feel like falling out of love is a thing? She said no. This is why she doesn't really fall in love so quick, because she really can't find it. Like, she's really hard for her to fall out of love. Now this is my thing. Let me clean it up. Alexis, wasn't you just in love with him? Didn't you say that you was in love with him? Initially, she said that she was in love with him, right? Now it's, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Okay. So how is it that you fell out of love, but you don't believe in falling out of love? And it's only been like 3 days since you said that you loved him versus being in love with him. Like, Alexis, if you don't want to be here, just say that then. He asked her he asked her, can you tell me how much she loves him? Like, can you tell me how much you love me? And she said no. She said, I'm uncomfortable with that. Now, once again, I feel like this is a lie. This is a lie, because you say that you love him. You could tell him that. I feel like that was the perfect time for her to say, Justin, I can't tell you how much I love you because I'm not in love with you. She really has Justin out here believing that she is in love with him. Okay, her being uncomfortable expressing it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you love someone. She's like, I just don't feel comfortable expressing this because of what happened between a dog. So you're out, you don't love him. Tell him that you don't love him. Tell him that you are not in love with him. Express to him how you've been expressing to everybody else in every scene that you have love for him versus being in love with him, because Justin actually really believes in his soul, in his mind, and in his spirit that you are in love with him and that y'all are just y'all having a patch right now. Okay, she says that, you know, it was the whole dog situation for her. Like, she feels like he's be lying to her and all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, y'all both get on my nerve. Y'all both get on my last effing nerve, okay? Because Justin once again is sitting up there about to choke up and start crying because it's his fault. It's all his fault. He knows it's his fault. He gotta fix it. He gotta make it right. And I'm just sitting here like, Alexis, you need to take some accountability for yourself, sis. You need to take some accountability for some of the stuff that you add to this relationship, because it's not just all Justin. The same way you sat up there, you want to tell everybody about y'all problems. How about that's a problem? You didn't even talk to him about it, but you were sitting there putting out all y'all business. How about your part of the problem too? She just want to get back to how they was on the honeymoon. That honeymoon phases don't last, baby. And this is why I understand what Nate was saying when Nate said that he wants to get to know her completely before he goes into this I love you word, because you don't know how this person really is. You don't know that much about them to be up here saying that you in love with them, which is why you should have been very, very cautious with telling Justin that you love him, knowing that this man is emotionally unstable, because now he really think you in love with him and you not. So now he's going to try to fix it, okay? He's going to try to fix it. So Stasia and Nate are talking, and Stasia brings up the goals in their marriage, okay? And what they want, okay? She says she's still trying to figure out where they stand. She's still like trying to, you know, pull this information out of Nate. And Stasia wants Nate to say, I love you. So bad, so bad, so bad. Okay. She feels as though by saying I love you is a choice. She feels like loving someone is a choice. But here's the thing. Loving someone is not the choice. Yeah, loving someone is not the choice. You falling in love with someone, you can't choose to fall in love with someone. That just happens, okay? So for me, I feel like she thinks that he can just say, I choose to love you, so I'm going to love you and I am going to do everything for you. And that's not how love works, okay? Loving someone, how many times have you been in love with someone that you should not have been in love with? You can't control that. You can't control who you love. You can't, okay? You can control how you deal with the love that you have for that person. That is what you have control over. You can control, you know, being committed. You can control being loyal. You can control putting them, you know, their needs ahead of yours. You can control those things, but you can't control the love. And she feels like because Pastor Cal said it's and that you could just choose to love someone, then you should just go ahead and choose to love someone. No, falling in love happens. Everything else after that is the choice. Because God knows we love people we ain't supposed to be loving all the time, all the time, all the time. Okay. He feels like she's trying to manipulate him through this whole, you know, commitment. You just choose to love me. Just say you love me. Just say you love me. And he's over it because he's tired of having this. He's tired of this. Like, I already told you that I want to be in this relationship. I already told you that I like you. I already told you that I'm working on me so that we can be better. But I don't feel like that's enough for you because you keep trying to get me to say I love you. And for what? Because you could say if she wants him to say I love you and don't mean it, then why? Because obviously he ain't gonna mean it if he says it. But she's stuck in this fact that he was in a 2-year relationship and didn't love the girl, and she doesn't have the details of it. See, this is what I'm saying about these conversations where we just talking about stuff, but we talking around stuff instead of talking into depth about things. She never really asked him what was that relationship like as to why you did not fall in love with this girl in 2 years. Instead, she just took the fact that he was in a relationship for 2 years and didn't love the girl and ran with it. So now she's making up all these things in her brain about this relationship that does not exist. It does not exist. So she's over the conversation, and I'm not mad at him for being over the conversation, because what she was doing was a form of manipulation to get him to go ahead and say that he loves her when he doesn't. And I don't want no man to say he loved me if he doesn't. The experts to say anything to get you to say yes on decision day. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. She's talking about she says that if he doesn't say she loves him by decision day, that's something she's gonna have to consider. Child, it's not even a month yet. Y'all, it's been 20 days. It hasn't even been a month yet. It's not even a month. Y'all want to be over there in that mess that Justin and Alexis in with this I love you so early, and now look at them falling apart. Miss, I don't believe I could fall out of love, but out of love in 2 days. Okay. That's what you want, Sasia? Okay. Girl, that's what you want. Good film. Girl, you can have it because I don't want it at all. Okay. So Miguel goes to talk to his friend. And his friend wants to share some of his concerns with him. Okay. So he was like, look, we was talking to her, and homegirl seemed a little crazy about this insurance situation. Okay. She seemed a little off. Okay. He's trying to ask him, like, is your red flag, detected, is it turned on or is it turned off? Because I feel like you overlooking some stuff. Okay. Is she out of this Jack on high phase? And Miguel's like, no, I'm a little concerned about this too. And I was like, as you should be. As you should be. As you should be. But this is my thing. This is my thing. And this is why I said it last review, y'all. Protect your marriage. Protect your relationship. I told y'all that once you insert people into your business, okay, it is no longer your business, okay? This is why when people start telling, their friends about, this person did this to me and they said this to me, your friends never forget. You move on and you fall in love and y'all heal and y'all grow and everything, and your friends still got that notion in the back of their mind that, I ain't seeing it for them. I ain't seeing it for them. And this is why you can't be putting everybody in your business, because now the friends is going to him with all their concerns, okay? Even though they should be concerned, okay? He should be concerned too. I feel like they did the right thing by expressing that to him, but if she would have just kept her mouth closed instead of going up there telling them all the business about the insurance and looking crazy and sounding crazy and acting crazy, then they wouldn't be able to say that I think this girl is crazy. Be careful what you tell people, tell your friends. Be careful, because did he tell them that he did put her on insurance? No. He did not say, well, I did put her on the insurance. He was probably embarrassed at that point, like, dang, and I gave in to her. Maybe my red flag detector is turned off. I might need to turn that thing back on. And I was like, yeah, I feel like you need to turn it back on, because she's crazy. Like, bad-ish crazy, okay? I just can't with Lindy, y'all. Protect your marriage, y'all. Be careful what y'all tell people, because once people are involved, it is hard to get them out. It is definitely hard to get them out, because every time y'all sit down, it's gonna be like, so what happened? So did y'all fix it? I still don't see it for him like that. I don't know. Y'all still don't see it for her like that. Okay, so Kristen and Mitch go to sing karaoke, okay? And this is the first time that I was like actually happy to see Kristen and Mitch, okay? She was in there singing or whatnot, and he was in there rapping, okay? But he's talking about bending over his wife and popping bottles, okay? And she over there twerking, trying to twerk, okay? That's what it was. And it was so cute. Like, they was having a good old time. Now, my thing about this is, like, I feel like Mitch just want to be down. He want to be down with the Browns so bad that he really feel like him being an environmentalist and wanting to live in a hut is being part of the people. Like, boy, I'm gonna need him to go sit down. Let's go sit down, because he get on my nerves, okay? But I did enjoy seeing him rap, and I did enjoy seeing them have a good time, okay? So when they sit down, he brings up how he didn't like the fact that she wanted to flip houses, because a lot of developers, they do that and they raise the rent. Okay, she's like, I just want to buy homes with my money, and I want to make it a good place for people to live in. And I was like, exactly. Okay, I don't understand what's wrong with her wanting to buy homes for people to live in. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. So she's like, she's been supporting him being an environmentalist all this time, but he doesn't, support anything when it comes to her. Anything. And I'm just like, every time this girl open her mouth, he shuts it down. She can't even go buy plastic shot glasses for jello shots, for God's sakes. It doesn't matter. He's a buzzkill all the time. Like, y'all was having a good old time. You was over there rapping. She was over there twerking. Y'all was just living your best life. And now here we go with what you feel about something. If that girl want to go buy some houses to fix up for the people, then let her go buy some houses to fix up for the people. Then he tried to tell her that she was inauthentic, okay? Because she was like, she understood what he was saying, because we all understand what he's saying. It's not like we're like delusional like Mitch, we get it. But in all reality, it's not like she's literally, you don't know what her plan is. That's the thing. He doesn't know what her plan is. Is her plan to buy houses, for affordable houses for people? We don't know, because he won't let her give her plan out. He's just ready to just go ahead and knock it down because of his perception of what she's trying to do. And it bothers me, okay? She's like, I'm not disingenuous. Like, stop calling me inauthentic. Like, what in the puppet mastery is going on, okay? When she said, what in the puppet mastery is going on, I said, ooh, child, y'all done got her hot. Y'all done made her mad. She said, you trying to gaslight me? I said, go ahead, Kristen. Speak up for yourself for once, girl. Okay? Kristen said, I'm going to buy these houses. I'm going to flip these houses. I don't care what you say. Okay? Talk about some inauthentic my behind. Okay? Getting on my daggone nerve. I just can't. Okay? So she was just so upset. Mitch is just a buzzkill. He's just a buzzkill. That's all I got to say about it. Okay? She said, so he tries to clean it up and tell her, I'm not saying that you're inauthentic. I'm saying that your statement is inauthentic. And I'm sorry if that's how you feel. I'm sorry if you felt some type of way about that, but that's just how I feel. I don't like Mitch. Y'all, I cannot express it enough. I don't like Mitch. And as much as I want to stand for what he stands for, I don't like the way he goes about it. I don't like the way he expresses it. I just don't like him. I just don't. And I don't see that changing, okay, at all. So Morgan and Mitch doesn't seem to like Mitch. Child, Mitch don't like nobody. Mitch don't even like dogs, okay? Mitch don't like animals. Mitch don't like nothing. What are we saving the planet for then, Mitch? I don't know. What are we saving the planet for? His sister-in-law wanted to. They did. Child, if somebody, remember when we was like, Alyssa, you just taking everything and running with it. Child, if somebody should have took everything and ran with it, it should have been Kristen. She should have took everything that they said and ran with it, but she ain't do that. Okay, she definitely didn't do that. Okay, so Morgan and Ben sit down to talk about love. Okay, Ben's never been in love, and Morgan was in a relationship. In her last relationship, she said that it was working. It was kind of like the wrong person, right person, wrong time. Okay. She talks about how her ex was so drunk and he was like, I'll fight everyone for you. I'll fight everyone for you, bro. I'll get them all for you, bro. Like, yeah, I'll beat everyone up. I'll beat everyone up. And she just was like, loving it. Okay. She was just like, yeah, that's the kind of love. That's the kind of love that I want. I want somebody that's going to beat up everybody for me, and fight everybody for me. Like, that's what I want. Okay. So while she's telling this story, Ben is over there like this. Yeah. I said, Ben done fell in love with the ex too. Ben said he wants somebody that's going to fight for him too. Ben said, for real, he was going to beat everybody up for you. I want that type of love too, child. Saying like, I can't. It's like she literally was like you could still, like, she lit up. Like her whole, this the most emotion we seen from her ever when she was talking about that ex-boyfriend. I wonder what made them like really break up, because she said right person, wrong time. What was the wrong time? What was happening? Because the way she speaks of this guy, you would think that, it was the best thing in the whole entire world. And now I'm sitting here trying to figure out how you got on Married at First Sight, sis, when you just had the best thing in life, okay? Ben said, yeah, that's love. Right. Ben was into it, like, yeah, fight for your right. Okay, y'all know Ben ain't fighting nobody for her. Ben gonna do everything but fight for her. He gonna go tell everything about her to everybody else. Okay, but he ain't about to be sitting there fighting. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of toxic love Morgan wants. Like, what was Ben supposed to do with that information? I don't know. But look, that was the information that she gave, because I guess that was the best part of the relationship for her. The night that he got drunk is ish, okay, and decided to go up there and tell everybody that he would fight everybody for her. Because I don't know. I'll fight everyone for you, bro. And that's the scene that I get in my head. It's like frat boy with a bottle of like beer in his hand, like, I'll fight everyone for you, bro. Everyone, everyone, everyone. And then he tumbles and falls. Like Jersey Shore. It's giving Jersey Shore all the way. Like, I just can't, okay? So Ben starts talking about how he was dating a girl for 2 to 3 years, and then everything went wrong. Okay, he said everything went wrong in his life, and it caused him to cause distance from her. Okay, he said that he lost his grandmother, he lost his 2 aunts to breast cancer, he lost his best friend in a car accident, and then on top of that, his father had a heart attack. I said, "Woo, child." Okay, so now for me, Ben relationship is right person, wrong time. Okay, because he literally went through a whole lot, and he definitely had to distance himself to be able to deal with that, and that's why that relationship kind of fell apart. That I understand. The fight for you bro part, I don't understand. I don't understand that. But I understand where Ben was coming from. And Ben has had a lot of trauma if you listen to all the things that he experienced in that year. Okay. And after all of that, after him telling me all of that, y'all, I would have been in tears. I'd have been crying, like, you lost your grandmother, your 2 aunts, like, oh my God, your friend, your father, oh my God, come here. Like, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. Like, I would have been in my feelings, child. I took over his spotlight, like it was mine. But no, not Morgan. Morgan was like, mm-hmm, wow, that's crazy. Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. Like, girl, where was the sympathy? Where was anything? Like, she didn't grab his hand. She didn't go to give him a hug. She didn't do nothing. Nothing, nothing. She just sat there like, yeah, that's wow. Yeah. And the fact that what it was, like, even when he was talking, he was like shaking and trembling. Like, you could hear it in his voice, how like he was getting shook up a little bit about it. Okay. And she just gave him nothing. And I just don't understand like how that did not emotionally move her to any type of emotion whatsoever. Okay. She says that she appreciate him for telling her that. Child, I just can't. I just can't. Hold on, y'all. He lost his grandmother. Okay. He said that he blew up everything in the honeymoon because he was projecting. Okay. So then I feel like I skipped a scene, but did they go right into this next scene? Maybe they did go right into this next scene. Okay, so when Ben went to Ben he said that he blew up everything on the honeymoon because he was projecting his insecurities to her, and how growing up he was only loved for what he had accomplished. So he was telling her like, this is why I was like, talking about your family. This is why I was talking about your finances and stuff like that, because this is how the only way that he experienced love. Okay. So he wanted to sincerely apologize for projecting his own insecurities onto her. Okay. He said that hurt people, and that although she has daddy issues, he realized that he has daddy issues too, and just in a different way. Okay. And I really, y'all, when I say that daggone Ben understood his emotions, understand his thought process, and understands a lot about himself, I think the self-reflection of it all was amazing. Okay. I think the apology was amazing. I really feel like it was sincere, it was genuine, it had, substance. It was like, I did this to you because of this, and because of that, I'm sorry. Like, I projected, your family. I projected your career, your finances, and everything because of my own insecurities. Okay. And I just really love how he was like, and I apologize for that. And I was just like, dang, did he write this down? Did he sit back and analyze it? Like, Ben, how did you come to the self-reflection of it all? Okay. Like, how did you come to the self-reflection of it all? She's happy that he said that because she felt as though she was never going to meet his standards. Okay. Like, she was never going to be enough for him. And she was like, and he was like, well, you are enough. You are enough. And I'm just like, no, she's not. No, she's not. She's not enough. She's not enough. Because if she was enough, she would have at least consoled you through you telling her about your past trauma and history and everything that you've been through. She's not enough. Okay. She does nothing. I think they even did like a fist pump. I don't know what they did. Okay. I don't know, but I don't like it. Okay. So Nate and Stacia are going to a cooking class. She says that last night she had to restrain herself, and she promised herself that she will run towards her husband in the marriage and not away. Okay. Even though last night they had a little disagreement, she don't want to go ahead and ruin it. Okay. But I should have known right then and there that whenever Salmon is involved in a dinner on Married at First Sight, that it will not be good. I am still low key triggered from Elijah Wan and last year with the semen. That's what, child. That's what. What's that girl name? That's what she called it, the semen. Child, I can't. Okay, but I knew right then and there that the Salmon was not going to be a good idea for them to have dinner. Okay. So she's still trying to figure out where they at, how everything's going. She's like, so how did you feel about the argument we had last night? And he was like, well, I don't really see it as an argument or whatever case maybe. It was just a misunderstanding, a disagreement or whatever. Okay. He's like, I don't like how you was trying to play games. She felt like he was trying to attack her character by saying that she was being manipulative, which I think she was trying to be manipulative in that sense. Okay. So she's like in her confessional, like, I'm just so mad in the inside. Like, I'm just so hot. I'm just so heated. Like, I just got to calm down. I just got to calm down because I don't want to really take it there. And I'm like, girl, if you want to take it there, take it there. Don't be in the confessional telling us this. Obviously you and your feels about something. Okay. He was like, where did you get this idea of being in a loveless marriage? Okay. She was like, well, from you being in a relationship with someone for 2 years and not loving them. He was like, I had love for her, but the relationship was toxic. Okay. She was always giving him ultimatums. She was always making him, either it's this way or no way. And I was like, that's exactly what Stacia is doing. So Stacia, if you keep acting the way his ex-girlfriend acted, you're going to also be in a loveless marriage. Okay. So he asked her, are you in fear that I will not love you, that I will not fall in love with you? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, why do you that's all you had to say? And I really feel like that moment right there is where this conversation should have just stopped. Okay. When he asked her, do you feel like I will never grow to fall in love with you? And she said, yeah. And he said, so why you just didn't say that? I felt like that's when the conversation should have just stopped, because that's exactly what it was. Stacia, your problem is not the fact that he does not love you. Your problem is the fact that you are in fear that he will not fall in love with you. You're comparing yourself to his ex. And to be honest, you're starting to act like her by giving him ultimatums. She just feels like it's a choice, okay? You could just choose to love me and just say it, and that's it. No, 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 that's not how this works. Okay, it's not how it works. You fall in love with someone, and then you choose to be committed to them. Then you choose to love them through their bad times. You choose to love them through the good times. You choose to stay, loyal to them. You choose to do all these things. The in love is not the choice. Okay, the in love is not the choice. Say it again. You can't control who you love. You can control how you love that person, but you can't control who you love. Okay. So by you sitting here trying to give him ultimatums and all this other stuff, you're going to be just like that girlfriend for 2 years with him, and he's not going to fall in love with you. He wants her to believe in him and to have faith. Okay. She says, I got faith written right here. I got faith written right here. But I'm still going to keep applying pressure. I feel like she's not listening to him. I feel like she's not listening to him. She's going to still keep challenging him. I'm like, did he not just tell you about the ultimatums that the girl put on him before? So you think that you different. You think that you get to go ahead and put the ultimatum on him now. Okay. Okay, girl. If you say so. If you say so. So now Mitch and Chris go to clean up trash on the beach. I just can't, like, they disgust me. Even when he sit down, he had dirty feet. How you got dirty feet on the beach? Now, it wasn't like sand. Y'all know how, like, your feet had sand and you brush it off and you know your feet is still clean? No, his feet is dirty. Do he be walking around on the ground? Like, I know we keep seeing him with them daggone flip-flops and whatnot, but I'm just trying to figure out, how did the feet get that dirty all the time? All the time? All the time. I could walk around my house barefoot and my feet will not look as dirty as Mitch's feet look. They just won't, okay? So when they sit down to have a picnic, okay, she says that she feels like she brings a lot to the table. I said, Mitch don't care about your table. He don't even want a table, girl. What you mean? You bring a lot to the table. That means nothing to him, okay? I bring a lot to the table. Meanwhile, Mitch is like, I'm fine with the beach being the table. I'm fine with eating the sand, to be honest with you. I don't even need a chair. Meanwhile, you want to bring the table. Girl, go away. Mitch don't even need a chair, but she want to bring the table. I ain't got time. Nope, I ain't doing it with them, okay? She just don't want to be taken for granted, okay? Because she's a catch, she's a good thing, and she wants him to notice that. He's like, I noticed it. I noticed the picnic and everything. She like, no, not just the picnic, like just everything. I want you to value me. I want you to value everything that I bring. He don't want you to bring anything. He don't care about any of this stuff, okay? You got the wrong man, and you think that him valuing you and being grateful for you has anything to do with anything that you have. Is completely off the spectrum, Kristen. He doesn't see y'all not here. Okay. Meanwhile, you're valuing different things that he has no value to at all. Okay. Which is why you sitting there saying that you want to feel, you bring in a table and stuff like that. That's it. That's not dirt on his feet. Those are the soul embedded with generational dirt. That's exactly what it is. Just nasty. Just nasty. Okay. So she said that she noticed that the creep from the honeymoon is sneaking back up, and she wants to put him back down. I was like, you can't put him back down. That creep never went away. The only thing that happened, Kristen, is that you started to give into him. You started to have sex with him, and you started to overlook the fact that he has never stopped being creepy. He's always been creepy. I don't know what kind of dirty peeing he's giving you, but girl, stop taking it. Stop taking it so you can really see him for who he is. If anybody's manipulating anybody, it's Mitch. If anybody's doing the manipulating, it's Mitch. And I promise y'all that, okay? So Miguel and Lindy start talking, and he's not a big fan of the cat. Child, that cat be hissing at him, and I'm like, that cat don't like him, and he don't like the cat. But y'all know, cats is a different creature. Cats are different, okay? They feel energy. And I don't understand how that cat don't like Miguel but loves Kristen. I mean Lindy, because she's crazy, okay? She asked him the question, what do you think will make you fall in love? He says time, and she says, yeah, around the 8-month mark is where I usually start to fall in love and stuff like that. Like, that's how I see it, okay? So he's like, he's like, if I see something, so he's telling her, like, if I see someone acting out, I consider to be crazy, rude, or inconsiderate, he's not sticking around for that. I'm not gonna give y'all another cat lesson, I promise, which y'all know I can go on and on with the cats, okay? But he says that as soon as he starts to see someone being crazy, rude, inconsiderate, he's not sticking around for that. And she's like, but you gotta give them grace. You gotta give people grace. And he's like, yeah, of course, but there's a limit to how much is enough, okay? How much is enough of these outbursts and breakdowns, okay? She wants him to support her when she gets emotionally distraught, okay? And she's like, I'm not keeping score of how many times you've done something. She feels as like you should address something and fix it, okay? And you got to give people grace as many times as they do it. She's like, if someone is making you 90% happy, then why would you throw that away for 10%? Okay, so let's talk about it really quick. So here's my thing. I understand the giving grace part. I definitely understand the giving grace part. You're still getting to know them. You want to, give them some chances and stuff like that. But the way Lindy speak about it is like she's crazy. The way she speaks about it is like she's crazy. And I am with Miguel on this. There's only but so many breakdowns and outbursts you can take before I am turned completely off and want nothing to do with you. Okay, there will be times where sometimes our emotions get the best of us. And yes, of course, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to hold you down because that happens. But if every time you acting like this, I don't have to deal with this every time. If this happens every now and then, because I know you're a little hot-headed, I get it, I can accept that. But if you is emotionally distraught all the time and you have an outburst, is she bipolar? Is the girl bipolar? I really need to understand because it's starting to make me feel like she has outbursts that she can't control. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, girl, what's her issue and what's your problem? Because if this is probably why she need to go to the doctor and need the health insurance. Because I feel like she need to get diagnosed, okay? That's why she probably need to get the insurance to go to the doctor so she can get her meds for her bipolar because the girl's acting crazy. Like, this is the only thing that I can understand. Like, the only way this makes sense to me. This is the only thing that can make sense to me. That's the y'all. I just don't understand it because he's like, I mean, so if I break your trust, would you keep taking me back? And she was like, yeah, I'll keep taking you back. Yeah. And he's like, well, I guess I'm lucky. I'm like, go ahead, Miguel, go cheat, go do whatever you want to do because she don't care. She'll just take you back. She ain't got no standards. She's fine with the outbursts. She's fine with all of that. Like, girl, you sound crazy. 90%, I'm not throwing away 90% because of 10% back. Let's put this in perspective real quick. Okay, so we can have a great time. You can buy me everything. You can do all the things for me. We can laugh. We can have fun. We can do all of this, but you can hit me 10% of the time and we're fine. No, I'm definitely throwing away that 90% because of that 10. When you become disloyal, when you become rude, when you become nasty, when you become verbally abusive, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, spiritually abusive, all those things, when you start to do all of that, even if it is 10% of the time, I am throwing away the 90, baby. I'm throwing it away. It gotta go. It gotta go. If every time we go out to eat and you start having outbursts, I'm not going out to eat with you no more. It's just love taps. I'll take it because 90% of the time, everything is great. She's crazy. Miguel, keep score. I would love to see what that scorebooks look like. Yes, we do. Miguel, we already on score number what, 3? Okay, keep score. Cause she crazy. Y'all, I need y'all to do me a video, a favor. Please like the video. And please go ahead and subscribe. If this is your first time here, welcome to all my subscribers and members. Thank y'all for rocking out with me on a Saturday morning. It's 70 of y'all in here, and I appreciate y'all all for checking in when it's Married at First Sight review. So let's just get back into it, okay? So I just can't with Lindy. Lindy, all these L people, they all crazy. I heard Lindy is homeless. She broke her lease when she got accepted to the show. So she's praying things work out with Miguel. Miss Bell. We don't. Not them getting homeless people still. I thought we outgrew the homelessness of it. Married at first sight. What's happening? She want the bank account. She want the insurance. She want everything, but she ain't willing to give anything. Not nothing. She asked what's the difference in the okay, so she makes me nervous when she starts talking. I have to fast forward. Really? So Justin set up a picnic for Alexis, okay, because he wants her to fall in love with him again, like she did in the first time. Boy, she was never really in love with you, okay. Let's just call that what it is, okay. She asked him what's the difference in marriage and dating. He said that marriage is not an easy out, okay. She asked him if they were dating, would he still want to date her? As if, like, if we were just dating, would you still be wanting to date me? He says, I think so. And that's when I said, see, he's not completely sure either. Because I think so. Justin gives me the vibes like once he says it, he says it. And that, I think, is the part that got me, okay? He said once his mind is made up, he's going to do whatever he can to make it work. So while him saying, I think that he already made up his mind that, I don't think this is perfect, or this could be if I would continue dating her, but because I've already committed to it, I'm just going to stick with it, okay. He asked her what's making her stay committed, because she's a runner. She said, yep, I'm a track star. Okay. He's like, if you wasn't married, would you stick around? And she was like, no, I really don't think I would stick around, like that whole thing with my dog. Like, I'm not here for none of that. Like, she was like, she said in a dating scenario, she wouldn't take it, because once you show her who you are, actions speak louder than words, and she takes it for face value. I agree. 100%. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. But what did Justin really, really do for her to be like over it? I mean, besides that comment he made about the fact that, he thinks she gets turned on by, arguing. When we talk about these dogs, that's both of their fault. Because if you want to be honest, they have not been arguing about anything except for these daggone dogs. If we take the dogs out of the equation, if we take what happened with the dogs out of the equation, what are they arguing about? They're not arguing about anything that has to do with them both. Like, he didn't do nothing to her. She didn't do nothing to him. The dogs got into it. We into it. The dogs got into it. And now they're into it. But that's the thing. Alexis never really been into Justin. Because there's no way you could be all into someone, then your dogs get into a spat, okay? He took the dogs to doggy jail. The dog is getting the help that he needs and whatnot, okay? Or hopefully, fingers crossed, okay? Your dog was sick or whatever the case may be. The dog is fine. What are y'all arguing about at this point? The fact that you feel as though he was holding back information, and I agree with you with feeling like he was holding back information, but everything that you two are arguing about revolves around these dogs, and I'm so over it. Either y'all gonna get these dogs together, or y'all gonna leave separately with y'all dogs. That's it. They just argue about the dogs. They have not really argued about anything that has to do with them and their relationship as two human beings. God forbid both of the dogs passed away. Just God forbid. I don't want to speak down on the dogs, but let's just say that. If the dogs passed away, then what? If y'all didn't have dogs to begin with, and the dogs never got into a fight and nothing ever happened, then what? Well, before we got the dogs into the equation, when they was on a honeymoon, remember, they was on a honeymoon having a good old time before the dogs was even around. Soon as the dogs get into the spat, girl, you out. She was like, what's his name? What's that guy name when the cats got into it? He packed up all his stuff and he took the salt, pepper, everything. And he was like, I got to take my cat up out of here. He packed up all his stuff. He said, I will not stay here with my cat, and my cat is gonna be attacked. Nope. He packed up the salt, the pepper, the sassoon. He grabbed, well, they ain't had no sassoon, you know, they ain't had no sassoon or adobo. It was just the salt and pepper, okay? But he packed up that cat and he was out of there with the quickness. So I'm just sitting here like, either you're gonna get out of there with the quickness, or y'all gonna figure this thing out, because y'all getting on my nerve. And honestly, I'm not about to keep having a review talking about y'all and this daggone dog. Yeah, Brat and Olivia. Brat was not here for that. Okay, he was like, I'm taking my dog, my cat, and I'm out of here. It's his personality that he's annoying to her. He was even annoying on the dating site. Exactly, but this is the thing. She don't. I'm shooting myself in the foot. Pow, pow, pow. Ooh, child. No pun intended to Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, but but I have to admit, y'all was right. Y'all was right. She never liked him. I was praying and I was hoping, and I was a hopeless romantic, and I wanted love to win so bad. But she never liked him. She never liked him at all. Every chance she gets, she finds a way to let him know it too. I'm not comfortable with telling you I love you. I would definitely be done with this relationship. Like, that's already signs of her saying that she wouldn't deal with you if she didn't have to. If we were not filming for 8 weeks, we would be done. No, I love Meg, and I believe he did it. Okay, so don't get me twisted. Don't get me twisted. It was just a cute little, little shot. Okay. Alexis thought it was it was hopeless too. I just feel bad. I just feel bad because I really feel like she played with his feelings, because the whole, falling in love with him, the whole everything was gonna, it just, I don't like it. And I really feel like she playing with him. And the fact that Justin is a yes man and he's willing to do any and everything, she uses that to her advantage. She uses that to her advantage. And if y'all notice, the conversations are always one-sided. It's always about Justin. It's always about his feelings. It's always about what he's going to do, how he's going to fix it. What about you, Alexis? What are you going to do? How are you going to take accountability for what you've done? How are you going to fix it? It's all Justin. Justin has to put in all the work for this relationship. And he's willing to do all of this. Like, I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because it's like she threw everything, she threw all the issues and all the problems that they have in this relationship on him. And he's just sitting there like, I have to do everything to fix it. I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve this. And once again, this I was a yes man. You're still being a yes man. Sorry. You haven't grown out of it. It's still in you. Okay, it's still in you. Alexis is on an 8-week audition. Child, she's out of here. I don't see them staying together at all. I can't believe I actually did, y'all. I can't believe I actually did. So Ben pulled, she just sort of understand and not try to put herself in his shoes. She actually feels like she's putting in more effort because the fact that they married. You put in the effort because of the cameras, not because y'all married. Let's be clear, okay? She wants him to just understand where she's coming from and not try to put himself in her shoes. Child, whatever. So Ben pulled out. Ben set up a nice little dinner, the Korean barbecue, and I love the Korean barbecue, y'all. I want to try it so bad. I love the little hot pot and all the other stuff, and now they make the food and everything. So as soon as she came through the door, you could tell it felt like she didn't want to be bothered. She was like, I'm just tired, I'm just tired. But then she realized that he had the food and stuff ready, and she was like, oh, this is so nice, okay. So she sits down in her same scrubs that she just came from the hospital with to sit down and eat, and I'm like, girl, we couldn't go take them off or nothing. We just gonna eat in the scrubs that we just came from the hospital with. Okay, cool, girl. whatever you want, okay? They start cooking or whatnot, and the house is burning down. It's like, no, it's not burning down. The house is not burning down, but it's smoky. And that happens when you barbecue inside, okay? It's like when you're trying to sear a steak and you know that smoke getting in, and the whole house is starting smelling like you set it on fire, but you're really not, okay? So Ben goes in and he asks her, like, is there anything that you want to talk about? I know we've been opening up and we've been vulnerable, and I really enjoy being vulnerable with you. So is there anything that you want to talk about? And she was like, no, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. You go ahead. You go ahead. Okay. So he asked her, so he says that he realized that he was a people pleaser, and that he thinks it's because he was picked on when he was younger. Okay, so instead of like fighting back, he just learned to be nice to people and try to make them like them by being nice to them. Okay, she says that she was the same way, and then when she cut off her father, that really kind of like fixed the issue for her, because she realized that it was never going to be enough. No matter what she did, no matter how hard she tried, it was never going to be enough. So she just decided to cut him off. Okay, he asked her if she really healed from that situation, and she says, yes, she did a lot of working on herself. Okay. She said she had to speak to the little child inside of her and tell her that you are, that you are, enough, and that you are loved, and you can do it all, whatever the case may be. She was talking about how she didn't like herself at one point, but not anymore. She actually loves herself. Okay. So, and, he says that, he's trying to get to that point. And she was like, I'm going to help you get there. So this is my thing. I don't feel like Morgan has healed at all. Okay. Morgan is still very guarded. She has a lot of trust issues, and she has a lot of burden from her father that she still carries with her, which is why she held on to the fact that, he was talking to Justin about her not being a nurse and this, that, and other. And once the trust is lost, the trust is lost. There's no way it could come back. Like, once I'm done with you, I'm done with you, because of what she's been through with her father. That's not healing. Okay. When we talk about that word grace, it's like she doesn't have any grace. She actually has become cold. She has become emotionless, and she has become very guarded because of it. So if you call this healing, this is not healing. Okay. If you cannot be vulnerable, if you cannot open up, even when she expressed it, when she talked about it, she had no emotion behind it. But when she talked to Pastor Cal about it, you could see them daddy issues coming up. So when she sits there and try to act like she did all this self-work, it's like, girl, no. Okay, you made a decision that you wasn't going to deal with him and his toxic ways in your life, because you would never be able to, please him, and that's fine. You figured that out, but the way you figured it out was by putting up a guard, okay, and defense, so that no one else can ever do it. So as soon as someone seems as if they mess up, or as soon as someone makes a mistake or slip up, you're already completely turned off, because you already feel like this is going to be my father again. Okay. So you say Morgan don't like men. She don't like men. So my thing is, you can't really help Ben, because at least Ben can identify his issues and he understand where they came from. He's trying to figure out how he can heal from it. And Ben Morgan can't help you. You need to go to a therapist. You need to go to some counseling, and you need to really sit down and you need to talk this through, because I feel like all he needs is the right person with the right tools to put in place for him, and he'll be able to thrive, because he already identified what his problems are. See, she identified what the problems are, but she feels as though she fixed it when she didn't. Okay, she feels that becoming cold and putting up guards and not trusting people is the way to fix it. That's not it, because the real world does not work like that. You cannot have human interaction and believe that people are not going to hurt you at points in your life, because we're all going to end up hurting each other in one way or another. Unfortunately, that's just the dynamic of people, because we're not perfect, we're flawed. Okay, so that's what happened with them. So now all the men, so everybody's getting ready to go meet up. So the women have bought all these women, the women have bought all the men the same shirt. Y'all, the first time I was watching this, I was like, why they all got the same shirt? What is happening in here? What in the puppet mastery is going on? Why they all got these striped shirts? But then I heard that it's a TikTok trend where the wives do with girlfriends with all their boyfriends the same shirt, whatever the case may be. So they were like reacting this, okay? Mitch sees the shirt and Mitch was like, sorry, babe, can't do it. I said, ooh, that daggone Mitch gonna make me punch him in his face. Okay, so then she was like, but Mitch, it's just a shirt. Please just trust me. Just wear the shirt. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. So she was like, Mitch, come, let me talk to you in the bathroom. Like the cameras, like we ain't gonna be able to hear it. So all the wives bought these shirts for the husbands. It's supposed to be like, a little prank or whatever the case may be. And so like, just wear the shirt. I'm not wearing the shirt. It got stripes. It got buttons. Mitch would never be caught wearing this damn shirt. There's no way Mitch will wear a shirt like this. Ew, it got buttons. Was it the buttons because it had plastic? I just need to know. Did the buttons on the shirt go against what you stand for, Mitch? Like, what is your issue with the shirt? What did the shirt do to you? Like, just wear the freaking shirt. I would have been done with him. I'm sorry. I would have been done with him. Because let's think about let's look at the shirt for a second. Okay, let's analyze the shirt. It was a regular like polo shirt with buttons and stripes. That's it. That's all. Nothing crazy, nothing out the way, nothing that had words on it, nothing, distasteful, nothing crazy, just a regular schmegula shirt. And he's tripping out over some buttons. Rip the damn buttons off and wear this freaking shirt, Mitch. Okay? Now, anyway, all the couples go and everybody's meeting up. All the guys like, oh my God, you got a shirt. Why we got the same shirt on? We all got the same shirt on, okay? So, Mitch got on his shirt that he said he was going to wear, but only for a little bit, only until everybody arrived. Once everybody arrived, I'm going to go change to my shirt. He goes and takes off the shirt, change out the shirt. So they're like, Mitch, what's up? Like, why you take the shirt off? You're making it a thing. He's like, y'all making it a thing. Because it was a thing. It was a thing. It was a thing. It was a thing. Why? Well, I don't like, when people give you something, it's like now you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to the shirt? Wait, what? This is why I don't buy people stuff, because it feels like once you give them something, it's like they have a responsibility. A responsibility to what? To what, Mitch? Wear the shirt for one day? That was the only responsibility. That was it. There was nothing more. There was nothing less. It was just to wear the shirt. Wear the shirt. The shirt. Morgan was like, why did you even have a shirt? Why did you even have a second shirt? I don't know. You would think he wanted to preserve some of the shirts that he got, being as though he probably only got like 2. Child, I just can't. I just can't. Like, Mitch is out here just mitching and mitching and mitching. Like, just unnecessarily, though. Like, for no reason whatsoever, though. Change out of that shirt. I'd have been like, I don't even want to, no. See, me, I would have got really all in my feelings and I'd have been upset. And I would have told him off right then and there. And for him, he think that he did a little bit of compromise because he actually put the shirt on. But then in his confessional, he says, it's not really a big deal. I just don't want to be controlled. Go away. If it wasn't a big deal, then you should have just wore the shirt. He said that he was triggered because he's always been forced to do things that he didn't want. So now he's not, he didn't know that she didn't know that it was going to trigger him like that, and he didn't either. Go away, Mitch. Go away. If you're triggered by a shirt, I don't want nothing to do with you. If the shirt of all things is the one that triggers you, I'm done. Go away. Nope. Nope. Ain't gonna do it. Like, so that we learned 2 things now. Mitch will never buy a gift for someone, because if he does, then they hold a responsibility to it. But he could go pick up random stuff from off the streets and bring it into the house for fun whenever he feels like it. Go away. Over him. Throw him in the trash. Get him out of here. Out of here. Okay. So Dr. Pia. Dr. Pia comes in, and y'all, I like Dr. Pia. Do y'all like Dr. Pia better than Dr. Viviana? I like her. Okay, she's soft, she's sweet. It's like she says some of the right things, and I like this whole group activity. It gives like marriage boot camp vibes, like when they put the groups together and they do like the counseling sessions. I liked all of it. I really did. Okay, so she specializes in couples sex therapy, and she's here to help strengthen their relationship. You miss Dr. V's fashion. Now that I will definitely miss because she always came through. Period. So she talks about the emotions. So she gives them a will, and on the will there's a different, set of emotions. And she always says that a lot of times the emotion that we have are secondary emotions to a main emotion. Okay, so they start. It's kind of like how anger stems from being hurt. So sometimes when we're hurt, we get angry. And I was like, oh, come on now with the therapy, help me, okay? So the whole time I hate that Kristen and Mitch is hugged up. I hate that because there's no way you are going to put me there's no way you're going to act the way you act and all this other stuff, and I'm going to be holding on to you. So she's all holding on to him looking stupid, and he's all holding on to her looking stupid. They both get on my nerve. Okay, so she asks them about hurt and how does that feel. Okay, Justin said he feels like hurt comes from betrayal. Okay, so he learned to protect himself. He's gotten to the point where he learned how to be where he's not cold, but he can become cold. Okay, he says that he's not bringing any trauma from the past into the new relationship. And Alexis is like, no, that's not true. You're lying. It's a lie. You definitely are bringing all your trauma this way. Okay, so Dr. P said that's exactly what you're doing because that's what shaped it. Okay, the reason why you act like this and the reason why you have you can become cold and stuff like that is because of what you have been through in the past. Okay, now this is my thing. Justin's getting mad because he feels like no one understands him, although he's not good at explaining himself, but it all makes sense in his head. Okay, let me say that again because that's what he said. He said, I'm getting mad because no one understands me, although I'm not good at explaining myself, but it makes sense in my head. Well, no one understands it because you're not good at explaining yourself, but it only makes sense to you in your head. There it goes, Justin. You figured it out. It made perfect sense to me when you said it out loud. Like, I just don't understand. I do know what Justin was trying to explain, but I feel like he's just not good at explaining himself. Okay. So Alexis said that she wants to understand him. But it doesn't help when he starts shutting down. She's like, I want to understand. Trust me, I'm really trying to figure you out. But because you're not good at explaining yourself, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay. So Dr. Pierce says that Dr. Pierce says that it's more about the feeling of being understood, more so that you can feel comfortable to open up. So what she's telling Alexis is that even though you may not completely understand what he is saying, you still have to give him a safe space for himself, for him to be able to continue expressing how he feels. So this way you could kind of get an understanding. Okay. So she challenged them to keep having the same conversation over and over. Although you may have you may get, aggravated, or you may not be coming out properly, revisit the conversation again and again and again until you get somewhere. And I completely agree with this. I told y'all before, me and my husband, we will have the same conversation about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, because sometimes things get lost. And the more you start to verbalize things, the more sense it starts to make. You start to put the dots together eventually, and things sometimes just come together. But when you have a problem and you decide that you're going to have this argument about it or your discussion about it, and you get no result because no one's understanding each other, then now you get to a place where it's not safe for you to express those feelings and emotions anymore. You then shut down. And that's what's happening, okay? Because she doesn't understand what he's saying. She's like, you sound stupid, so stop saying that. And he's like, well, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing else to you. That's how the conversation goes. Instead of her saying, I need you to really clarify what you're trying to say because I'm not understanding you, and I really want to understand what you mean by what you're saying. Give him the safe space to continue to open up, because how he's hearing it in his head is not coming out his mouth. So maybe if he keeps saying it over and over again, then maybe it may make sense, because obviously what he's saying doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in his head. Okay. So Dr. Pia says, she advised them to revisit. Okay. So Kristen said she feels like she's more on the surprise and astonished. Okay. And it all came from Shirtgate 2022. Because like it's just a shirt. I don't understand. Like, I'm just surprised and astonished that he would not wear the shirt. Are you really? Because it's Mitch. I mean, like, are you really? Are you really? Okay, so then he says that he's an environmentalist and he brings baggage and he's aware of it. He's aware that he's an environmentalist again, and he brings all this baggage with him, and that just is what it is. And that's my problem with you, Mitch. You don't care enough about her feelings about anything to even try to compromise, okay? Because even Dr. Pierre was like, okay, let's talk about compromise. He's like, if you compromise too much of yourself, then are you really being true to yourself? What does compromising about a daggone shirt got to do with you being true to yourself? What does having a shot glass, a jello shot out of a shot glass got to do with you being true to yourself? When Dr. Pia asked Kristen if she feels as though she's losing herself in this relationship, and she says she does, I said, Dr. Pia, see it. Thank you, girl. She picked up on it immediately, okay? Because Kristen's doing all the changing. She's making all the sacrifices. She's doing everything, and Mitch gets to be aware of what his problem is, and that's okay. She says she feels like she's trying to make him happy. She's trying to do nice things for him. She's trying to satisfy him, and he's not doing anything for her. My thing is that there is no balance when it comes to Kristen and Mitch whatsoever. It's okay for you to want to save the planet and have metal straws instead of plastic, and it's okay for you to have a cloth pouch instead of plastic. All this stuff is completely understandable. But what I'm saying is, when do you start to compromise a little bit for her? The fact that she has done all this, bent over backwards for you, changed her whole lifestyle, and you can't wear a shirt bothers me. You can't wear a shirt. Just a shirt. The one thing she asked for you, she pleaded with you in the bathroom, told you everything, and I'm going to wear it for 2 seconds. Now I'm going to take it off. After she's changed her whole lifestyle, she went and took the plastic shot glasses back to get some metal ones because of you, and you can't wear a shirt. See, that's the part that gets me. And the guy got the nerve to be a hoarder and dirty. Child, go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. So Morgan says that she felt humiliated, disrespected. She felt humiliated and disrespected, and she's moving out of the red into the yellow. Child, I can't. Not the red into the yellow. Okay. She says that she needs a reminder from Ben to give her more, compliments. Tell her she's beautiful. So Ben was like, I told you look drippy. I told you look icy. I said, not drippy and icy. Look, it sounds fine to me. If my husband told me I was looking drippy, I'm going to be like, period. I'm childish, okay? But she's like, I just want to feel like a woman. I want to feel like a wife. Like, I don't want to feel like a bro. I'm like, but you giving bro vibes, sis. But that's what you're doing. You giving bro vibes. Like, there's no romance between y'all. There's no intimacy between y'all. That's why he said you was looking real drippy and looking real icy today, okay? So they come to find out that it's not the fact that he's not doing it. It's just the words, okay? It's just the words. We got to find the right words. Drippy and icy is not it. It's beautiful. You looking drippy today. Purr. Okay. That's why he wants the blazing one. Exactly, because we get it. We get it. She ain't get it. She ain't get it at all. Not even a little bit. So now we get to okay, child Lindy. She's crazy. So Lindy says that she wants Miguel to see her crazy side. And she wants him to see her overly emotionally side. She doesn't want him to reel her in when she gets crazy. She hasn't fully blown out and got crazy because she respects him enough. Dr. P was like, so wait, so what are you trying to say? I was like, right, Dr. P, I'm confused too. You confused? I'm confused. Because what is she saying? That she wants to act crazy? That she wants to let out her craziness? That she doesn't want him to help calm her down and reel her in? That she wants to have these blowouts? I'm telling y'all, she got to be bipolar, y'all. She got to be. Something's telling me that she got to be, because there's no way that she wants to be crazy. Okay? I'm just sitting here like, yeah, no, Miguel, run from her, run from her. She says that she has too much respect for him to be crazy on him. That's a good thing. That means that you respect him enough to not wild out on him. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, girl. So what? I need to see her act crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but I need to see what this looks like in full picture. But I honestly feel like she's been trying to do it slowly. Okay, the way her words, when she pronounces words and she goes, my identity, and then she goes, like it's like the strain she put on certain words is like those are the times where she's really stressed, and it's like she's trying to compose herself. But I need to see her in full Lindy fashion. Why? Because not only will it help for him to realize how crazy this can really go, and is it worth it? Because homegirl ain't screwed tight. And we need to know what kind of level of crazy she trying to get to. Because I'm just like, we see crazy now, sis. The crazy flags is like, they waving. So like, let me know how much more crazier this can get. Just need to know how much more crazier this can get. Yeah, she gets real intense. Like when she says certain things, she gets real intense. And so like it's like she's trying to compose herself, and I need her to let it out. Let it out. Okay. So Stasia said she feels so Stasia really put like she put 100 on 10. Okay, so Stasia said that she feels lonely, isolated, vulnerable, abandoned, and sad. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lonely, vulnerable, isolated, abandoned, and sad, but you an 8 out of 10. Vulnerable, lonely, isolated, abandoned, and sad, but you an 8 out of 10. Delusional. Okay. Okay. She feels like he isn't being vulnerable and open with her. Okay. He says, I feel like I've taken all the action. Like, I'm putting my words into action. Like I'm taking therapy like you wanted me to, so that I can be more open and vulnerable, and I can open up to help better us. Okay. He thinks like he wants her to believe in him and have faith in him, or he's going to start giving up. Okay. She starts tearing up and she's like, but I don't want you to give up on me. I don't want you to give up on me. But then she hits it with the, but I but I just wonder how long it's going to take for you to catch up. And that's the thing with Nick, Stasia and Nate. Is like Stasia wants now. And he's like, I'm doing the steps that I need to do to get there, but you won't leave and give me the space to get there. It's like I go to one therapy session, I'm supposed to be fixed now, and now I'm supposed to be the perfect man for you. And she needs to understand that this is a process, okay? This isn't something that's just literally going to happen overnight, okay? So she was really upset with that. Sasi was doing the most with that response. I like Nate. I'm confused. That's why I was saying, like, she really is doing way too much, and it hasn't even been a month. It hasn't even been a month. Okay, so when they go back to talk, so Stasia, when they sit down, okay, he says that he's irritated because she doesn't recognize that everyone's starting to realize that Nate is taking this very serious, except for her. He said, "You told me that words don't hold any weight, okay? That actions carry all the weight. But what am I supposed to do when the actions doesn't carry weight either?" Okay, he's basically saying like, you told me that actions speak louder than words. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. And now that I'm being about it, it's still not enough for you. So what do you want from me? You want the words or you don't want the words? You want the actions or you don't want the actions? What do you want from me, Stasia? Okay. Sasia was like everything. He said that you said all those things. Like you was talking about all these things. She said I meant like we were in a therapy session, like in a setting. So I was just telling her everything that I have felt over the past week. And he was like, no, because you said all those things in present and not in past tense. Okay. He was like, I just don't know, like, what do you expect from me? She says that everything that he's doing is for the long term. And she needs some now stuff. Okay. How are you going to do this now? How are you going to, open up and be vulnerable with me now? Like she wants these things done now. And it's like, you can't have it your way. Okay. You can't tell a man, I need you to, be about it. And then when he go be about it, tell him, no, I don't want you to be about it because that's long term. So you rather sacrifice for short term than long term. I'd rather sacrifice now to have an amazing husband in the future than to settle for it right now to eventually end up going through the same problems we're going through in the future. I'd rather know that you're doing your part so that you can be open, vulnerable, emotionally intelligent for me in the months to come than you to pretend like you're deep down inside and then surface in a couple of years from now. And so this is what I mean by when they're measuring things different. He's measuring as if I want to build up to 10, and she's measuring that we are right here. They're not on the same wave when it comes to this whole marriage thing, okay, at all. He told her, if you think, he told her he don't think it's, so he told her like, I don't think it's me anymore. I think it's a you thing, and I think it's a her thing too. I think it's a her thing too. My question is Nate in therapy or is he just talking about going to therapy? I don't know if he can actually go to therapy now because of like the setting, or if he's going to say he's going to, if he's doing it. We don't really know into details. But the way he explained it was that, all the things that she mentioned to him, he's taking those steps forward to do it. And it's not enough for her. His biggest thing is that I need you to believe that when I say I'm doing something, that I'm doing it, and have faith in that we're going to get to where we need to be in. And because he's been saying that has been my thing from the very beginning. I've been saying it. The same way you told me actions speak louder than words, and I took that serious and I started putting in these actions. And now I need for you to go ahead and be serious about believing me and, having faith in me when I say that I'm going to get something done. See, they haven't built this trust thing yet. And I think that if she gives it time and stop trying to pressure him into these things, like, I feel like all she wants for him to say is that I love you, and then everything magically is going to be fine. Like, girl, no, that's not how it's works. He can say he loves you, but if he does nothing behind the love word, then it means nothing. Love is an action word. So you just don't go out and just say, oh, I love you, I'm in love with you, and then there's no action behind it. So that's that. Now Alexis basically went to what's that girl name? Morgan. Woman to woman, friend to friend. Child, whenever somebody go to somebody, woman to woman, friend to friend, it ain't gonna be good. Ain't gonna be good. And she said that Ben told that Ben has been talking to Justin about her. And so she said it's a lot of, she said she's not going to tell us what it is, but it's a lot and she don't like it. She got some words for him tomorrow. And I said, girl, why not now? Have the words now. We want the words now, not tomorrow. Child, that's what I'm saying. Alexis and Justin, they both talk too much. And Alexis needs to shut up. If y'all gonna have pillow talk, keep it between y'all. Then now you went and betrayed your husband's trust. Now he can't come back and spill the tea. Remember when Gil and Mirla, when Gil would come back and spill all the tea to Mirla? Y'all didn't see Mirla go tell all the women everything that was said? Absolutely no. Because this was our little kiki and our pillow talk. Now you taking the pillow talk and you telling everybody, now I can't trust you to gossip no more. See, that's the problem. We supposed to be able to gossip with our spouses. Okay, we're supposed to be able to do that. Okay, if we can't gossip with our spouses, we can't do nothing. If I can't trust you with my best friend's deepest, darkest secrets, then I can't trust you. Child. Look, don't tell me your secret. I'm telling my husband. So you know. I'm definitely going to sit down like, you know, such and such told me such and such. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow, that's crazy, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, they be like, don't tell nobody. I won't. Technically, I won't. Cause now they can't even gossip no more together because she don't know how to be quiet. Alexis talk too daggone much. Okay, when I say she just be out here telling everybody's business, she be out here telling everybody's business. I can't. Alexis don't like justice, so now she's telling everything to sabotage it. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Fact that you tell me you told my husband, but he's a vault. We not telling everyone else. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like you tell me something, that's okay. I'm gonna tell my husband, but that's it. Cause he ain't gonna tell nobody. I know that. But Alexis don't know. She don't know. She don't know. She don't want this. But y'all, that was married at first sight. That was married at first sight. I will say this. I want to know what Ben said, y'all, because Ben won me over. He won me over. So now I'm just curious, like, come on, Ben. Come on. I was rooting for you, sir. I was rooting for you. I was on your side. But is it now I'm starting to think like, depending on what he said, does Morgan have every reason to feel the way she's feeling? Like, come on, don't make me switch up on you, Ben, because I've been rocking with you from the beginning. From the beginning, I've been rocking with you, sir. Don't make me switch up. That's why Nate don't like Justin. Right. That's exactly why Nate don't like Justin doing too much. A grown person knows that's true. Right. Okay. So I just hope that Ben, child, after he done opened up and he really showed this mature side and everything, I guess that drippy and icy side is starting to come out. I guess it's starting to come out. But anyway, y'all, go ahead and like this video. Like this video. Like the chat up with some love. Like the chat up with some love, okay? I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me this Saturday morning. I am going to go watch Ready to Love, take my notes. I did watch it, but I didn't watch it into details. So I gotta go back and take my notes and everything like that. But you know, Shakira went home happy about that. She had to go, and some other things happened. So I gotta go take my notes, and then we're going to do our Ready to Love review. I need y'all to do me a favor though. Once this video loads, okay, everybody in here, 68 people in here. Once the video loads, even after we get off, I need y'all to actually leave a comment in the actual comment section, okay? Leave a yellow heart, like the chat up, or just say great video, or stopping by, or or make a comment on something y'all say in the actual comment box. This helps, and like the video, this helps the algorithm pick up the review for more people to come and watch it. Okay. So even though you guys watched it with me here, you did all these comments, when we actually go into the comment section, it helps push the video out more. So if y'all can do that for me, I really, 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 really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and we'll be back for Ready to Love. Oh, what? Oh, because I don't have the notes for it. I didn't do my notes for Ready to Love yet. But anyway, y'all, I don't know if I'm going to record it or go live yet. After I take my notes, I have to feel the energy of the show. A lot of times when I do the live reviews, it's because either I want to get in depth about something, or the episode didn't give me the energy that I really need to, and you guys give me the energy. So that's that. Because I was recording this, but it felt like it wasn't coming across how I wanted it to. So that's why I jumped on the live for like spare of the moment. Anyway, it's the same old, same old. You didn't miss nothing much. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I watched it a little bit, but I gotta go really watch it, and then maybe I'll record it or go live. We'll see later. But I had got caught up in that Tasha K interview with Jessica Reed, and I was like, oh, I gotta finish watching this, and it was 3 hours. But anyway, y'all, I'm up out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.